Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 9 of the Dead Mall series. In today's episode, we're taking a look at the Westland Mall in West Burlington, Iowa. A perfect example of the 70s mall and its eventual downfall to where it sits today. I hope you guys are ready because this one's a special one, and you'll find out why. So, General Growth Properties were the original owners of the mall, and they began building it in 1976. And the original anchors included JCPenney, a Yonkers, and a Woolworths, with 40 more inline stores. The mall opened for business on March 30th of 1977, and was the popular destination hub of the city metro area of Burlington. In 1981, the Woolworth converted its store into a Woolco, and as you all know, Woolco went out of business in 1983, and the space was later, after the Woolco business went out of business, the space was occupied by a Yonkers store for homes after it closed in 1983, and that closed in 2004, so that space was left vacant until it was turned into an office space, and you'll see that here. Right now, what you're looking at is the JCPenney, which is now closed. It was one of the main anchors of the mall. You can see the entrances right there, and they still have the JCPenney signs up. You can see them when I come around the side. There it is right there. But the front of it is basically been taken off. Right here is an old picture of the mall, and yeah, you can see the Woolworths right there. But yeah, walking up to this mall had quite an inviting entrance. Welcome to mall. And when you walked into this mall, it was really similar to the Merle Hay Mall, where it had a lot of foot traffic. Well, not a lot, but some foot traffic at the start, where the most of the shops were focused at the front area, and then as you worked your way into the wings, it became apparent how dead the mall was, and you'll see that here. So I'll leave you to some of this footage right here. So it was at this point where we saw this security guard walking around, and he had this like neon vest on, and yeah, he had a neon vest on and like a big straw hat, and I didn't believe he was a security guard. I believed he was just a gardener, but he was walking around the mall, and I kind of veered away from him just in case he was a security guard. So right here is walking down the JCPenney wing. And in 2015, JCPenney announced that it would close its Westland Mall store with the closure of 38 stores in the United States. Walking up to it, there was actually this chirping sound, and it turned out that there was a bird flying around in the mall. And apparently it must have had a nest somewhere, maybe in one of the fake trees. But yeah, there was a bird flying around in the mall, and I realized it right here. You don't have any of my audio since I was talking a lot, and I don't really want to hear my own talking. But yeah, there was a bird flying around, and it was pretty crazy. Right here, walking up to the JCPenney, this was a really amazing sight because it's this huge open space. The anchor is right there. The wall, it's been walled off or windowed off, however you want to say that. And the Marshalls is built there, so it kind of walled off a couple of stores. Right here, there was a pretty cool memorial thing for the United States, and I took a look at these fake plants. But yeah, that was pretty cool. And there's a hallway to an exit, and then right here was a clothes shop with some paper mache stuff in the window. Paper mache, paper, I don't know what it's called. Yeah, right here's the JCPenney. where it used to be, so that was pretty cool to see. So L&H Realty bought the mall in 1998 from General Growth and then sold it to GK Development in 2004 when they realized that the mall was struggling. And it was a pretty bad sign, constantly switching owners and then the leaving of tenants and anchors. It was a bad sign for the future of the mall. Right here you can see the central area, not like a central court, but a central area of the mall where there's a huge vaulted ceiling, and the movie theater is right here. I'll leave you to a classic movie trailer right here.
For nearly 3,000 years, man has searched for the lost Ark of the Covenant.
The Bible speaks of the Ark leveling mountains and laying waste to entire regions. Not something to be taken lightly. No one knows its secrets.
Jones, do you realize what the Ark is? It's a transmitter. It's a radio for speaking to God.
An army which carries the Ark before it is invincible.
The Ark, if it is their Eternis, then it is something that man was not meant to disturb.
It is protected by forces beyond imagination. It is desired above all treasures on earth by those who are good,
Trust me.
and those who are evil.
I'll tell you everything.
Yes, I know you will.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Let her go.
We have no time. If you still want the Ark, it has been loaded onto a truck for Cairo.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. A film from Steven Spielberg and George Lucas.
So right here is the Yonkers store for homes, original space. It's been converted into some kind of office, but walking down here towards the old Yonkers wing, Yonkers closed in sometime in 2018 as a part of their store closures when the parent Bonton company went out of business, and a lot of these stores on this end of the mall are completely dead. They're gated off or walled off. And you can see where they put like pictures on the walls to kind of make it look a little bit more lively, even though you could tell it's pretty dead, it's sad. And right here, the Yonkers store is actually in use. Forgot what the company was called. Walk up to it right here, but it was very similar to the JCPenney where it was a huge open area. And right here you can see the original Yonkers entrance. And coming up here is the what it is today. Yeah, they have these huge trees. It's pretty cool. And but most of the stores around here, like this one, looks kind of like a yoga. Like there would be like a yoga place right there, some kind of workout place right there. Thought that was pretty cool. Walking back towards the center court. One thing you'll notice in this mall is how a lot of the kind of places in the center, like pop machines, candy machines, or vendors in the central mallway, they're closed right there. You can see the Yonkers on the mall map isn't gone yet, but a lot of these vendors, they have these cords that just hang down towards them, and it's kind of like lazily done. Yeah, it's not a good look. Right here is the food court, and the food court's probably the worst part of this mall, because there's like one food stall open, and then there's one front-facing store that I don't think it has a mall entrance, but I may be wrong. But you can just see all the walled-off spaces where these food stalls used to be, and yeah, now they've been walled off and they are empty, and now there's just pictures on the wall, just like earlier. And then they have like these like menus for this Chinese place right next to me, and then right there you can see one of them. It was pretty bad looking. Right here, this is at this moment is where that security guard I was telling you about, he came up to me and he's like, "Hey, are you recording?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I'm gonna have to ask you to leave." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I just kind of started walking away, and I'm like, that's not a big deal to me. I already got all the footage I needed. But yeah, so that's the end of the Westland Mall. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and smash the like button and subscribe for more content. Next episode will be the Muscatine Mall in Muscatine, Iowa. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a lovely day, and peace out.